Hello, dancer friends. My name is Makena Kimani. This is the Kanakona Dance Center. We are about all things dance, and welcome to today's conversation. Our guest today is an Afro-Latin dancer and instructor who is popularly known for the way she gingas. So effortless. And ginga is the body movement that happens in Kizomba. Ladies and gentlemen, dancer friends, Dancilla.
Hey, hi guys, how are you doing?
Tell us a bit about yourself.
My name is Mary Dancilla Wanjiro, mostly referred to as Dancilla. Still a stage name and a personal name. And by stage name, I mean as a dance artist. So I am, again, a dance artist at first. I am a daughter, I'm a sister, and I'm a wife. I'm a wifey, yes. And also, I do a couple of things, one being the dance, and also I'm into data analysis as a day job. And maybe lastly, I am trying out entrepreneurship. I think that's something I hadn't mentioned, yes. But that's something that I'm trying out right now.
Okay, let's get to the beginning of your dance journey.
Okay.
Tell us about it. What was your first interaction with dance? And then walk us through it from then until now.
Until now?
Yeah.
Okay. So when it came to dance, I think I'll just try to explain it well. When it came to dance, let's say I was just dancing before, like when I was young. I was just dancing as any other kid would dance to music from, back in the day. I think I mentioned the other time, like Mr. Nice music, you know, Fagilia and everything, and all those old school music that you used to have. But then I think my inspiration started when I was in high school, joined the drama music clubs, and I used to like just be a part of it. Maybe not even like even the winning side of things, but rather being a part of the whole entirety, the practicing and everything, and also like now the competing part, because it's also something else. So that really inspired me, and I was like, okay, I actually like this. And I even remember back in the day, like in high school, like I even used to go to my mom's school. She used to be a teacher, a principal in a school, and this one time when they had their, what did you used to call them, like those entertainment time, those entertainment periods, I just literally went to their stage because they were having fun, and I went to their stage and danced, and everybody was just like, Dr. Prince, like it was fun. But clearly I could not hide it. And then I think after that, now when I went to campus, I went to Makena University. That's where like now my passion in dancing actually started having hold. Like, but then it wasn't professional. It was just the love for it, the passion to actually do it. The interest was building up then, and I used to find even sometimes I used to go for dance classes. So then it used to be mostly salsa and bachata. Kizomba was not really popular at the time, but yeah, salsa was what had its foot on the ground. And I remember even people like Salsa Freak, Timo used to come to those sides to teach, maybe once, but we used to see them, we used to tambua them, and sometimes I used to even miss some classes to don't do this at school, don't do this at school. But I used to miss some classes to go to dance, because you'll find that I have a class at the same time with dance, and these are decisions. And I'm like, even what these guys are learning today is something maybe I've gone through, or something that you know that class that I can figure out. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna go for this class. It didn't happen all the time, but it did happen sometimes. And I even remember like then I used to be taught by, so the first person who ever actually taught me was called Abi Gashero, and she was a friend, still a friend, and actually my best friend. And you know how you have a best friend, but they have another best friend on the other side that is, it's not that you're best friends, but you're, exactly. So yeah, she's the one who taught me my first salsa step. So thank you, Abby, for starting this journey of Afro-Latin. And I think after that, I actually got like so immersed into it. I even used to go and perform in school stages. I even remember performing in a stage for Seto Africa had. You remember Seto Africa back in the day? And that was like
was that on Citizen or something? I don't remember exactly, but I remember
Yeah,
in
I
the
think it
evenings.
was Citizen.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it was when I was in university. Then when I left university and then came outside, like outside is out here in life.
Yeah.
Where you have the experienced teacher.
Yeah.
I came to realize that okay, now it's actually I actually have to make some choices because I have to go to work and also have to go to dance and I have to find time to practice and also have to find time to go for socials. You know, it was all so new to me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you see classes never used to be like all the time.
Right.
There are days that you'll have them all the time, but not every other time. So, but work is Monday to Friday or Monday to Saturday sometimes. Yeah. So I try to manage that. Now I've been able to like really manage it, but then it was a bit difficult. But also I should mention that my mom used to live in Kirugaya where she used to also be a teacher and I had even joined the scene there. And
they have a scene there.
They do.
Oh,
they do. I don't know if it's still very active.
Yeah.
But that's where, interestingly enough, I met Kelvin from KC Academy. That's where we met in the dance. We used to go to YMCA, Kirugaya town and go and dance there. Sometimes even go to the Catholic church in Kirugaya and then at some point they even
crazy.
You know, and then they told us we don't do these satanic things. Well, anyway, that's a journey. But then after that, now that's when I came to Nairobi properly and then started dancing. So it used to be mostly socials and stuff like that. And then after that, I think I started like working with a couple of people where I used to help teach as an assist. And I remember I used to work with Benjamin Shauri and I think at some point I ever helped Dan Ombok to teach some Kizomba classes, but that was like way later.
Okay.
Yeah. So my proper professional journey started with, can I really say it's through Benji? Actually, it was through Benji. Because that's when I started teaching people, and I realized for them then it wasn't really like professional. It was more of, I'm coming to assist, but I know how to dance this thing. So let me help. But then it started making sense. Like, okay, if I'm actually teaching people, it is actually professional, you know, because you can't just go and teach people something if you're not doing it professionally. And then I joined Kike. So this was when Marion, I think she'd started the social at Serena. Okay. And I'm not sure who called me from Kike. I don't know who actually called me of them.
But you got a call.
I got a call from Kike and they asked me if I want to join. And I was like, yeah, for sure. So that's when...
and Kike is
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going too fast.
Don't know. No, you're fine. Just explain what Kike is. Yeah,
so Kike is... I'd like them to speak for themselves, but from my good understanding is that Kike is this organization which is a safe space for women where they can interact together, they can dance together, learn dancing, and also contribute to the dance scene, and basically find a sisterhood together. And that's the best way I can simplify it.
So you joined it,
Yes, so I joined it, and I remember then the two people that we joined with is Linda Sungu and Luisa. And
they both have been over here
in
the same sport.
You know, so clearly, Kike has something, They have something to spotting good talent and actually talent that stays, So I joined Kike. That time I used to be in between a couple of jobs. By that, like I moved like I think my internship, and then I went to another job, and then to another job, still at Kike. That was like before COVID time, and we're talking about around 2019, 2020, around that time, 2018, 2019, 2020, around that time, And got to learn a couple of things, got to learn how to dance salsa. We used to do a lot of practice with them, and still now my interest was even growing more. But then at the same time that my interest was growing in dance, also my work was like really getting tight, because now bigger roles are coming up, and it was also demanding like more time, because you think it's 9 to 5, but sometimes you're being told like, hey, we need this task by EOD.
Right.
EOD means that you'll have to kind of like carry over some time, which you'll take into your to the time that is your personal time, and on some instances not all the time, but then work became demanding. So, and at the same time I was dealing with a lot, so, and even balancing dance and work. So I don't think I was the best team member in Kika at that point.
Yeah.
So I decided to leave, and I asked them that I want to not rather leave, but rather exit, take a break, and figure this out, whatever is going on. I was able to like pull back, understand what I want, and by that time I was still dancing on my own, taking my breaks and all that. But then again, I knew that I really want to go back to dancing, because I know I have a couple of maybe gaps because of work, but I knew that I want to go like to do this thing like seriously, like properly. We're in year 2021.
Yeah.
2021. Yes. So I think that's when now I was helping out with other classes, with, let's say, like if someone calls me to like assist them in a class.
So you're still not.
I'm going to.
You're still taking a break from Kike, but some people are calling you for classes. Okay.
Yes. But then I also realized, like, because I was also going back to socials, I realized that, oh my God, I actually want to be more involved in dancing, and actually where I am right now is actually in a better place. So let me talk to Kike and see if we can do something. And if I can actually now like cut out my break. So talk to them, and they were like, oh yeah, sure, you can come back. And I knew once I'm coming back to Kika, there's no play. There's no child's play. It's now going into business, because now I'd actually decided like dance is not something that I'm not sure about. That is something that I'm actually fully now immersing myself, even professionally. Because at that point, I wasn't sure whether actually, you know, there's sometimes you're like, okay, this thing might fade. Maybe it was just a hobby. But then it stopped being a hobby. It became something that I actually want to do, like properly, professionally. And just to note that even before I had taken a break with Kike, I was still doing some performances with them. Like, I was also like being very active with it, so it was just more of a break. And now coming back, it got to a place where now I'm doing like the flash mobs that they were holding. I remember the Ginga Flashmobs, and also we had a couple of other flash mobs like Salsa Flashmob led by Linda.
I didn't know that. Salsa Flashmob, that sounds like fun.
Yes, and even bachata. Luisa led bachata flash mobs. Linda had led the salsa flash mobs as well. So as time continued, I was like, okay, now I'm ready to now not just be a member, but also take a bigger step, like take a bigger role. So I remember talking to the Kike ladies, Alice, Marion, Sony. I remember talking to them, and I was like, I'd actually be interested to lead Ginga Flashmob. And then, okay, so most of them are not.
They had never done a Ginga Flashmob before?
No, me leading it.
Okay.
So all the other flash mobs, it was still a part of Kike, but them they'd not led the Kike flash mobs. I mean the Ginga flash mobs.
So they had done other styles, but not Ginga.
Yes. But then you remember them, they're like the directors for Kike, So I was like, guys, I'd actually be happy to take this up, to take this role of leading the flash mob. And that was when I took up the Ginga flash mob in 2023.
Yes.
Again, I was not too, can I say I was not very confident in my Kizomba steps. Rather like the knowledge, you know, the musicality. But then I knew how to properly follow. I knew that this is how like we do it. Like I knew a couple of things. Like you
could get by.
I could get by properly, and I could get by teaching. And how the Ginga Flash Mob works is they send you a choreography, you learn it, you add the intro and the outro parts. So in terms of beats. So that was when I was like, this will be easy, because I just need to add the front part and then figure out, and then do the choreography and figure out the last part.
And then teach it.
But also, even with that, because I was also being very active when I joined when I came back to Kike, like in terms of the flash mobs or even the other flash mobs in terms of filming, finding locations, you know, negotiating expenses and stuff. So I was like, okay, this won't be really hard. Like at least I already have some background. Yes. So I did the 2023 Ginga Flashmob, and to my honest opinion, I think it was a very big success. So I was like, wow, this is good. And then all the ladies were really happy to participate. The ones who were there, they were actually happy with my teaching too. I remember you were also there.
Yes, I was there.
And I was like, this is something I could actually consider doing it more and more. Like, so then that's when I was like, let me see if there's something I could specify more. But then remember, my interest has now just frozen, but it's not like it's still the main. It's just more of like, you won't find me like listening to its music that much. You won't find me being
like, you'll dance, sure, but
yes.
it won't be as invested. Okay.
Yes. All right, so this is 2023. We decided to go to a Akoma festival,
which is in South Africa.
In South Africa, yes. It's held by a guy called DJ Ekins, and for me, I was just like, I want to go and actually experience festivals, because I've seen people experience festivals and then they come and bring all the FOMO, and I'm like, this one I must go. And the good thing is that it's still here in Africa, so at least I got this experience. So like now when I went, that's when like Kizomba happened to me. Like that's when it was like, okay, it clicked like, I actually like this thing, you know, like, because even the following was really good, but I couldn't really lead them. Even the following was really good, but then I was like, oh my God, I actually want to invest more time in Kizomba, because I remember like they had 2 slots. There was the Kizomba hall, and there was the Salsa Bachata hall, and it even got to the point where now in the main hall they were bringing the Kizomba. And we even had like this guy called Bonifacio. He even did a performance. That was the first time I saw an artist performing Kizomba music, and I'm like, it's okay, doable. These are good grounds, you know. Because I know then I was still looking at a couple of videos, and maybe listening to a few like music, but then I was not like heavily invested in like saying that, okay, I'm actually doing Kizomba, Ginga music, So at that time is the same time when I was doing my brand, like I was coming out as Dancilla. Like you can see the label. Dancilla. So my label. So that's when I was like coming up with it, and I was like, actually, who is Dancilla in its whole entirety? What am I doing with this dance thing properly? You know, like just figuring that out. So I was like, I'm gonna do Kizomba as a main foothold. Like this is the thing I'm going to specify on in dance. So as much as I know that I want to dance Kizomba. And more of like teach the ladies how to dance better in Kizomba. At that time, I think end of 2023, I talked to the Kike directors, as I'd mentioned them, and I told them I'm actually even interested not only to do Ginga, but also I'm interested to partner up with someone in Kizomba. You know how you see people like
people are specific people they dance with, like partners.
Yes, exactly. Like France and Sarah Amaro, or I'm trying to find other people. Oh, we even had Manon and Rico Suave recently. Like that kind of collaboration of 2 people who come and teach.
Know these people dance together, they teach together,
exactly.
They perform together.
Exactly. So I talked to them, and they were like, okay, do you have something in mind? And I was like, yes, I've actually talked to none other than Ndolo, Meta Vibes. And we discussed with him about the partnership, and he was like, yeah, sure, we can do this, let's see. But then we actually decided that we're going to have our own brands, but also have this particular brand that we are together, where we can teach people how to do coupling Kizomba dance. And then I can teach my Ginga, you can teach your Banga, and then we can still teach together, but as in that kind of an agreement, and it's been working out till now.
Yeah.
So that happened. We started even doing a lot of practice. So we decided, since we're doing it professionally, because I decided to also do Kizomba professionally, dancing professionally. Now that's when we decided, okay, since we've decided to do this partnership, I've said decided a lot of times. I need to stick to one decision.
And like you're deciding everything. Decide. I didn't even notice.
I was just like, why is decide in my mouth? I need to decide.
You need to decide what you're gonna say.
So
what did you decide? Tell us.
We decided that we're going to go back to class.
Yeah.
And by going back to class is refine our dance, our Kizomba dance, in that we fully understand the dance,
what it is you're
what
doing,
it is,
what you're teaching.
exactly, where it even comes from, the technique, what else, the music, the different kind of genres that are in Kizomba in itself, where it even started, you know, and just getting those learning, and also mainly to learn how to be teachers, the Kizomba dance teachers, you know, or rather artists, but rather teachers. So that even though I'm coming to teach you, I'm teaching you from a point of knowledge and a point of understanding, rather than, well, the way you move, you know. Actually, at the same time, I was still in Kike. So at the same time, I'm still learning. I'm also participating in a lot of Kike activities. So still doing classes. Still, I also was very, how do I say very, or rather, I'm the one who taught the Ginga Flashmob 2024, which was a very huge success. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna call it a win.
I agree.
Because it was a really, really, really big success. Because we had such a good turnout. And even the vibe was vibing. It was vibing with everyone. Like, I feel like that's a moment for every lady who came and who actually came all the way, who followed through to the end. Like, they'll say they actually enjoyed it. And even seeing it, sometimes I just watch it and I'm like, this was really good. You know?
And then this is when you are now more confident. This is after all the work you've put in. So you can see the difference between like your very first flash mob in 2023. No, 23, yes, 23, and then 24.
Worlds apart in terms of me and my
and
dance understanding and showing up. This time round, I was very confident with the dance. Like, I knew what I'm properly teaching. After that, we had a mutual understanding and conversation with Kike, where I had made the decision to exit Kike. Later, like in the mid-year 2024, because I wanted to build more of my brand, and also, basically, it was mutually understood that I want to create something. And I also had this where I'm working with Ndolo. I'm also trying to build this. So this happened, and the last performance I think I had with Kike was the Afro-Latin bang, which was a really good success. We were able to showcase what we did in the video. So it was more of like from production to live. So really, really, really appreciated the opportunity. And I think Kike really gave us a very big stepping stone, or rather gave me a very big stepping stone towards who I am today. Because I remember then what people used to call us, oh mademo Kike.
True. Yes.
Oh mademo Kike. It was not an insult. For me, it was really a compliment,
because like these are the ones who know what they're doing.
Yes, like it's such a compliment, and I know that it has actually pushed me through to who I am right now. Because even the opportunities I used to get through Kike, even teaching the Malindi Coastal Afro-Latin, performing in the Afro-Latin bang in itself, holding classes even with Dance Factory, even the Priakoma dance festival. I know that was also because of the affiliation that I had with Kike, and truly appreciate that.
So they really came through.
Oh, definitely, definitely. They've really played a huge part in my dance, in my dance career. Yes. Who inspires me? So I have inspirations from different people. Yes. And specifically 3 people. And I'll start with one person who is international and 2 who are local. So My inspiration, first of all, in dance comes from Eliza Sala. She's a very beautiful, well-bodied Ginga dancer. She is Angolan, resides in Netherlands, I think, and teaches there in Netherlands. And I always look at her videos, and I'm always like awed by how she moves, how she interacts with people in her classes, how she even goes to festivals, how she even communicates her dancing. And for me, in terms of teaching, like I would really want to grow to that point where I'm teaching like her, and also like basically having that kind of an aura. Like she inspires me so much when it comes to dancing. Another person is Marion Munga. She inspires me in the sense of how she's been able to crack I feel like she's been able to crack the code of holding dance events, be it socials, be it festivals, be it even classes. Anything dance, like I feel like they even collaborating, how they've even been able to collaborate with Akoma, Priakoma, and also Kike, how they do the Kike host. Like for me, I've seen her like back from Serena to where she is right now, and for me, I'm usually just awed a lot of times. And even being able to like manage people, being able to even give people jobs in dance, like it's somewhere I feel like I would want to get to in the long run. The other person is you. The other person is you.
Yes.
So I think for you, how you inspire me is on a different level. You've been able to give us a platform to be known, and not only in the Afro-Latin space, but also in the Afro-animation, can I call it Afro-animation? Yes, Afro-animation space. Basically, I'm able to see people in different spaces, and also in the Latin space. Even people that I know, people who, as we've said, have sat here, like Linda Sungu, my friend, Luisa, Omera, Ndolo himself has been here, DQ has been here. Like, I feel like these are people who we see. We see them do their thing, and now we are getting to understand them. And for me, I feel very honored to be here. Feel very honored. And thank you so much. You're inspiring us out here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. My heart is warm.
Yes? You're welcome.
Hi, I know you've already shared your highlight, but I don't know if there's another one or if you want to go deeper into that. But what is one of your most memorable highlights? You can say it again also if that's the one that you...
I don't even want to say one. But I'm going to boil them down to two this time round. No, let them be three. So one, Akoma Festival. Akoma Festival has been like one of the key highlights for me because it was my first like proper international, if I can call it, festival. That is where like I really saw proper like Kizomba. In terms of impact, Akoma really did that impact, and that's when like I was like, okay, I want to do Kizomba properly. Like I want to understand this thing. I want to understand its roots. I want to understand its technique. I want to know, you know, I want to interact even with people who know it and everything around it and about it. The other one was the Ginga Flashmob 2024. Oh my God. Like, I remember reaching out to ladies to join. The ladies who were there before, the ladies who, other ladies, I remember like sending out posters and people being very welcoming to it, that we even had a sign up of over 40 ladies. And to me, that was such an honor. Like I was gonna teach 40 people. That's like the biggest number I feel like I have taught. And to be on like on that serious kind of scale where they have to learn, perform,
and then all this within a month, right?
It's within a month period of time, because we used to have like 4 classes, 1 dry run, and then a video shoot. So basically like 1 month proper teaching and everything. And the responses I even get from the ladies right now, they're like, oh my God, miss you, wanna dance, oh, when are you holding some in Ginga? Like getting those that kind of feedback for me is very heartwarming. The other highlight is meeting Rico Suave. So I think after I got to learn all about dancing and everything, there are those names that pop up like, you should know this person, you should know this person. Or like I started seeing people who are known in the scene, and he struck me as someone who is really good in the dancing scene, which he's not just really good, he's like maestro, you know, he's an expert in it. I was like, oh my God, I'd like to meet this person.
Yeah.
So Sensa Sao, Nairobi Kizomba Sensa Sao decided they're gonna bring Rico Suave, and I was like, you know what, you guys can have my money, because why not? It's value for value, you know? And I knew that I'm gonna meet this person at least for the first time, you know, just hi. How are you? Yeah. I promise I'm not weird. But anyway, for me, I was just like, it was a good chance. And also like seeing him and dancing with him. For me, I was just like, okay. Hakuna kitu mnaweza nisho sasa, by the way. Hamwezi. I've already met someone that I actually like. So I think the next person I would like to meet is Eliza Sala. Okay. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, meeting him was such a highlight.
What's your vision as Dancilla, the brand, as Dancilla and Ndolo?
So my vision is to more so make this brand Dancilla, now Dancilla properly. Dancilla, not the ID name, but Dancilla as the brand. To make it, to make Dancilla grow, like to have proper foundation. That means creating proper systems and structure in the things that I do in dance, be it my rate cards, be it the classes that I hold, be it even the performances that I'm doing. I think that's something that I am working on right now, and my vision for it is that I'm actually a big dance artist that you can call for your festivals, be it internationally, locally, in this continent or other continents. Like, I want to be that person who I'm able to be called to either hold classes or perform in the dancing, and also extensively to have impact to people here locally. They are my number one people. They're the people that I've started with. I want them to grow with me. That people know that, hey, the Kizomba scene, the ladies in Kizomba scene in Kenya are fire, and you can put my name to it. That I've been able to.
Dancilla, you know Kizomba.
You know?
Yeah.
Exactly. But that only happens if you have impact to other people.
Right.
You know? We are looking to make now Dancilla and Ndolo to actually become a proper stage name that if you guys have festivals or again events, or you want to hold any corporate events, or just basically anything Kizomba dance, you can happily call Dancilla and Ndolo.
Quick fire questions.
Ooh, we're there.
I'm going to ask you dance-related-ish questions. Answer them as fast as possible. Are you ready?
Yes.
Would you rather be a dancer or dance instructor for the rest of your life?
Wow. Dancer.
Wow, it is not wow. Do your findings.
Do your findings, man.
Okay.
Do your findings.
Kizomba or Semba? Semba. Compa or Urban Keys?
Urban Keys.
Favorite Kizomba move as a follow?
Favorite Kizomba move as a follow? As a follow, it's called Casamento.
Favorite Kizomba move to lead?
Favorite move? Because it's the only one that I can lead well right now, I can talk about a retrocesso.
Okay. Yes. Favorite Kizomba song currently?
Favorite Kizomba song? Mama Falo. By Nelly Cavallo, I think. I hope I'm not like messing up with his name, but it's called Mama Falo. Okay. Yes.
Favorite Afro-Latin festival you've attended?
Whew. Wait, that's a bit tricky right now because I know I've attended Sensa Sao. Let me go back to Akoma because it gave me that inspo.
Yes. Okay, an international artist you'd like to work with?
International? Work with... let me not go for him. I think I'll work with Eliza Sala.
I wondered why that one took a while. Okay.
Why? Because I was thinking about Rico Suave, but then I was like, no. Mine was to just meet the guy.
It's fine,
But working with, especially with Ginga, Eliza Sala.
Okay. Yes. Local artists you'd like to work with?
Local artists, I think I have two people I'd like to work with. One I'm working with, that is Ndolo, and the other one is Joy Wairia.
Okay.
Yes.
Joy Wairia, noted. Did you hear?
Okay. So?
Yeah. Okay. If you were to learn a completely different style of dance outside of the Afro-Latin scene, which one would it be? So contemporary, hip hop, jazz, ballet, tap?
Contemporary.
Oh,
yes.
why?
Why? Because I feel like how I see contemporary is, first of all, it demands you to be very fit, but also like it has a storyline, and
Yeah.
I'm more of
Okay.
a storyline kind
Yeah.
of person. I like telling stories through dance. I don't know about, I can't tell a story to save myself like verbally, but I know when it comes to dance, I can tell a story.
Right. And you feel like that would do it the best for you.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm very comfortable in that. Yes.
Interesting. I had no idea. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you too for having this interview with me.
Yeah.
And guys, thank you for knowing. Is it knowing me?
For listening. For knowing her, for
getting to
listening,
this
all of the
part.
things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kama umefika hapa.
Hope umefika. Before we close out, tell the people where they can find you if they want private classes. Yeah, all of that good stuff.
Okay, so I have social media pages, specifically on Instagram and TikTok. You can also find me on Facebook as Dancilla Wanjiro. But for my dance page is Dance with Dancilla. So you'll always find me there. You'll always find my content there. And if you want any private classes, you can always DM me and we can work something out. And yeah, I'll be setting up some Kizomba classes once I have a proper location that people can come for Ginga classes. So once that is done, now we can deal with a physical location where we'll be doing like consistent classes. Yes.
And that will be on your page as well.
Yes, that will be all on my page.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to include that on the description box.
Yes.
I'm
gonna share them.
bar stroke box, whichever one you'd like to use. That plus the video.
Yes.
Plus, I did not mention, Dancilla taught a pop-up class for us.
Yes.
A Ginga one. Which
I've
was
also
so
done a
interesting.
Ginga.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, how did we forget to mention?
I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know.
I will include that also. So you guys can go and check out all of that. See her work, see her in action, see her dancing, and reach out to her if you're interested in learning. Try something new.
Yes.
Dancer friends, I hope you enjoyed this conversation. If you did, like, share, comment, subscribe. And until next time.
And read the newsletters. She always does them.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Yes.
If you've not joined our mailing list, send us your email. We'll add you.